At Umami Meats, we're cultivating a sustainable seafood future by crafting delicious, affordable, and nutritious cultivated seafood that's better for our health, our oceans, and our planet. We envision a future in which we can consume healthy and sustainable seafood without having to sacrifice animals, our ocean ecosystems, or our planetary biosphere. For humanity, eating seafood goes back to the very earliest days of many of our civilizations. But as we've continued to need to produce more and more seafood by farming or wild catch, we've seen that our traditional methods are no longer sufficient to meet the growing demand for ocean protein. Climate change is threatening the security of our oceans and of fish populations, while overfishing, unintentional bycatch, and partial destruction of ecosystems from things like bottom trawling are making it less and less sustainable to maintain our current fisheries. While new methods are being implemented to improve the sustainability of our fishing, we need more and new technology to make it possible for us to meet demand without destroying our environment. At Umami Meats, we believe that there is an alternative production method that can be even more sustainable and scalable, and we call it cultivated seafood. This involves taking a cell line that we isolate from a fish and combining it with a growth serum that can help those cells divide and grow at large scale. We then put those into a bioreactor with the sugars and salts the cells will need to consume to grow. We can then proliferate just a few million cells into billions upon billions of cells, and then harvest them and structure them into meat. Instead of having to catch and kill and gut or clean an animal, we can just produce the edible muscle and fat that make up the end fish and structure it to produce high-end things like eel and sushi, fish fillets, and even hybrid products with plant-derived material alongside the cells to match the varied demands of customers at various price points. Today, cultivated seafood faces one major production challenge, and that is the source of the growth serum. Today, it comes from a product known as fetal bovine serum. It's essentially harvested from the blood of fetal calves. This is both an ethical challenge as well as an extremely costly one, because this product can cost about $1,000 per liter. But this serum, or something like it, is needed for the cells to grow. At Umami Meats, we've developed a better way to produce growth serum for cultivated seafood and meat. We use upcycled legume biomass and other plant materials to produce a 100% plant-derived growth serum that can support the rapid growth of cells from many different species of fish and other animals. And we can do this without the ethical challenges that come with fetal bovine serum. This will enable us to produce high-end cultivated seafood at price parity initially, and over time, expand the number of species we can make at price parity to cover the majority of seafood on the market. We're starting with Japanese eel, yellowfin tuna, and red snapper as species that cannot be easily farmed, for which there's high demand, and that are currently considered to be threatened or endangered. Our goal is to expand this portfolio over time to bring cultivated seafood to the market for most species that consumers would want to eat. And there are myriad benefits of the cultivated approach to seafood. For consumers, we provide delicious and nutritious seafood that can also be healthier for you. It has the same taste and nutrition you come to expect from seafood, like healthy omega-3 fats, but it's also free from heavy metals like mercury, from microplastics, and from antibiotics. Cultivated seafood can also increase food security by providing local and climate-resilient production that's also highly traceable, so consumers know where their seafood's coming from and that it's safe to eat. We can also take major steps to reduce the climate impact of seafood production and consumption by lowering the carbon emissions from the catch and transportation of fish. This helps us to address many of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, including achieving zero hunger, providing for health and well-being, enabling responsible consumption, taking serious action on climate change, and protecting life below water. We're looking for collaborators and strategic partners to help us bring cultivated seafood to the market. We want to work with seafood brands, fine dining establishments, and distributors to bring cultivated seafood to people all across the world. If you're interested in helping us cultivate the future of sustainable seafood, please contact us today.